So it seems we are started. Hi everyone, I am Matteo Collina and I'm here chairing the Node.js Technical Steering Committee meeting. So it seems we are started. Yay! Oh yeah. Hi everyone. Yeah, sorry. It was my loudspeaker. Hey, made a mess. Sorry. Welcome to the Node.js Technical Steering Committee meeting of the 12th of December of the 5th of December 2018. We are here with Daniel Jahi and the Forsyth. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. And Nikita. So hey, welcome everybody. Let's go through the announcement first. So I have an announcement. NodeConf will be held from the 10th to the 13th of November 2019. Does anybody else have any other announcements to make? No announcements. Perfect. Thank you, everybody. So we'll start going through some of the issues very quickly. The first one is issue 24586, HTTP1 request destroy behavior change on framing error. I put this issue mainly for discussing it with the rest of the TSC. There is the Express framework has been broken since Node 10.0.0 due to a severe major change on net. And there's been quite a few discussions there's been quite a few discussions on the issue. Specifically, there was like a little bit of a rant from Doug on the on us not getting back to the TSC. Especially, I'm including this because it seems Node.js Core is not interested in getting ExpressJS to create a function on Core Node.js version like 10 plus. So I just want to have everybody walk through the issue. It's really based on error timings, and we broke the unfinished module, which is a very old dependency of Express, and which was not on Canary in the Goldmine. And there has been an issue on Canary, which I'm going to add into the minutes, to add all Express dependencies, because it seems that Express tests are not including, Express tests are not covering the full framework. So I am also adding here's the issue. And yeah. So that is my main thing. There is no immediate actions for us to take. The thing has been very well ended by Luigi, Pinka, and so hey, here you go. So that's about it. Are there any questions? No, it doesn't seem there are no questions, no discussion points, and so on. Hopefully we will have better support in Canary. After this incident, we will have better support in Canary in the Goldmine for Express, which means we avoid breaking them on new releases, or at least we will know beforehand, which is good. Then there is another issue, which is issue 24267, fixing child process module to check values passed strictly to the option object. And you can, this issue was being put in by Rod Vag because it seems kind of a pattern. Like Rod was not confident enough to put a big -1 on this, but it seems like something that we might want to discuss and get a quorum approval to land or decide not to. The overall reason on that issue is that we are not validating all so we are not making sure that that there's no spurious properties in the property chain of the option object, which means that we can get something like something can be as part of a security breakage. I see a question from Joey. Joey, what's the action point about this? Can you please clarify? You mean the second one, right? You mean the child process? Oh, the first issue. Oh, sorry. There is no action point really. There is no action point. It was handled, but it's mainly for awareness that Express has been as a bad bug in Node 10. So it's also for dissemination and to discuss a little bit with you. No, it's just we can just remove it from. Okay, perfect, fantastic. But going back to the child process, the problem of the child process is that we have that it has been originally reported as a security vulnerability. It was not deemed to be a security problem, but nevertheless, it was kind of discussed back and forth, and mainly because it can be used in a chain of vulnerability. If somebody is able to attach a property into the object prototype, then it might get something escalated. Now, the overall problem here is that there is some disagreements between us, between the person recommending the chain at Lirantal and Rod, and Rod, also Gabriel thinks it's probably not a good idea to land this at all. So I would kindly ask you folks to chime in and review the change and see if we can get a view on this type of problem. The overall concern from Rod is that there is where we are going. The problem is it's hard to delimit which area we might want to do this. While this case might seem legit, it says that why don't do this for all of Node.js, okay? And it doesn't seem like it's compatible for our threat model anyway. So it would be good if you could chime into this specific issue and let us know what you think. We don't really have quorum right now, so we'd like to keep this on the agenda for next time. Are there any questions? Doesn't seem so. Let's wait a couple more seconds. Yeah, seems everybody is kind of okay with this. Please let me know. Please let us know into the issue tracker and so on. I currently blocking it myself because we need to talk about the stuff. There are a couple of more points to talk to about the inside Node.js TSC. One is updates on the board meetings, and there was a comment from Miles. There is a charter change waiting to be approval, and about meeting frequency, so it seems perfectly fine. Then there is some more discussion on the JSConf Collaborator Summit. We have gently asked the foundation if they can sponsor a location for next year, so we don't really have to beg for a place to stay and hold our Collaborator Summit in Berlin, which would be fantastic. and thanks for to AWS and Mozilla to host us last year. Then there is also some discussions happening around the timing allocation of Node+JS Interactive for 2019, which will be big surprise, new location, probably not in Vancouver anymore. Ooh, we'll see where it's going to be. Then that was it from Miles. Then we have an update on strategic initiatives. So let's walk through our strategic initiatives very quickly. There is where are them? Strategic initiatives. So update on strategic initiatives. It's I don't think there are any updates on modules that I know of, but there's no Miles. I don't think there's anybody involved in this call with modules. If there is, please raise your hand or something. Then are there any updates about NAPI? I don't think so. Again, there is nobody here. Then there is no ROD for OpenSSL. No update for workers. I think so. Joey, are there any updates for errors? I don't think so. At least. Then no update for the core promise API from James. No update from governance from Miles. No updates from Jeremiah New Streams API. I think there's no Michael as well. I don't know exactly what the status. Like there is some work happening on async hooks, but it's kind of being discussed. And there is some work on current async resource API happening. Oh, okay. So there was an update on errors from Joey. Gus has been stuck on getting assertion test passed with his error declaration refactoring. Maybe someone familiar with assert can try to help. Fantastic. So this is a fantastic point. We can maybe we can try to help Gus to do this. Let me see if I can ping Ruben, which worked a lot on assert in the last few months. And helping with that. Oh, Ruben does not have enough time for this. So we need somebody else to champion that change. And maybe we can tag it with help wanted or something. I don't know. Because I don't think Gus is going to take it over in any form to move it forward. So it's kind of stalled at this point. Good. Go back to our list of strategic initiatives. Do you have any updates on open web standards? Okay, there is an update for the open web standard, and there is Little Daniel from T39 is trying to set up a call for TC39 people and Node.js to discuss issues beforehand, to discuss whatever is going to be discussed at the next TC39 meeting. So if you are interested, please chime in on issue. Let me get the issue. In the Open Starters repo, it's issue number 14. So here we go, issue number 14 into the Open Standard issue. And please, if you want to get involved into open world standards, please join that call. There's going to be a lot of stuff that people are going to talk about, and I hope to be able to join that meeting myself. So hey, you're welcome. There are a couple of more items to discuss, which is there's a travel fund update scheduled. We are not going to do this in this specific meeting because we don't have Tracy Lee, and Tracy will join, I think, the next meeting to discuss. And then we have as well the Node Store launch, which we'll be able to buy Node Swag. You know, Node Swag is kind of helpful. You know, one of the most important things. So you might want to buy some Node.js T-shirts, or maybe stickers or mugs or whatever they're going to plan to sell. So they are going to get us an update next week. On top of this, we have some time for questions. So I'm checking on the YouTube live stream, and it doesn't seem to be any comments or messages at all. Let me check on ERC if there are any questions. There doesn't seem to be any. Let's wait some seconds to get people time to write things up. Doesn't seem to be any, so I think it's all for today. Note that there is the next TXC meeting will be at, let me check because I never remember this type of things, will be next week on Wednesday at, let me see, at 4 p.m. UTC. So next meeting will be at next Wednesday, 12th of December at 4 p.m. UTC time. So please tune up on our YouTube channel and for our live streaming. Then I think that's all. And thank you everybody for watching the live stream.